See that? That's all you need to know about me. That's the new artwork on my walls. I've been unearthed. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, that's not surprising. I haven't posted in a month and I'm fat sajak just the same. Listen, I don't know what's going on with me, for those of you who have been here before. I don't know. I fell into a creative rut. I couldn't possibly care less about half the shit going on in internet pop culture. I just don't give a shit. And so I didn't want to make any videos. I have like a Shane Dawson's latest conspiracy that I've been wanting to film like a commentary on because I haven't watched it yet. And, you know, just for kicks, just to get, you know, stay in the swing of things and, like, you know, keep the dialogue going and the funny's funnying, but, like, goddamn, I just don't care. And then yesterday, I was sitting around not caring, and then I noticed that I still hate James Charles, so that's why we're here today. If you haven't been here before, boy, are you in for a treat. I have been unearthed so hard. I am quite literally drinking black iced coffee like a fucking psychopath. Also, I made my hair turquoise again, and we're gonna box dye it black soon, so don't worry about it. Is somebody outside? What do you want? I don't want your religion. We're gonna get mad in this video. I have a lot of angry things to say. Also, I am shooting this with my camera's internal mic because I couldn't even sit on this long enough to charge my mics because, again, I haven't been here in a minute, so it is what it is. I am also leaving the door open because it's lovely outside, so if you hear birds chirping, police sirens, my plane arriving, any of those things, just embrace it. Anyway, we're here to talk about James Charles today, and I have the feeling this is going to be just us getting back into the swing of things here, so make sure you're subscribed for some reason. Or don't. Whatever. We're super close to 50K though. That's been fun. For some reason, the internet's been pushing a bunch of my Shane Dawson videos into the algorithm, and I don't understand it, but I will accept it. So if you're not yet subscribed, and surely I must have sold you on it by now. I also have a Patreon where we watch a lot of nostalgia content. We've been watching Teen Mom, we've watched Spice World, we've been watching I Love the 90s from VH1, we just recently watched Now and Then. We're just watching a bunch of fun shit over there. They've had sort of a content drought for me too. Again, I don't know what my problem is, but like this is just, we're just getting back up on our bullshit here today, okay? Sorry for the long housekeeping. If you're into any of that shit, it's down below. Also, ways to help out those who need our help right now, the folks in Minnesota who still need our help. There's ways to donate to the ACLU. I'm always adding to the list of things that are important for other humans as well as ourselves. So that list remains below. I also think that's going to become a little bit relevant in a minute here. So let's talk about James Charles, shall we? See, I'm allergic. It takes a lot to summon me out of like a task paralysis, lack of fucks kind of situation. And for some reason, this just did it. So if you're unfamiliar with James Charles as a person, I envy you, first and foremost. James Charles popped off on the scene some years ago, making makeup content and being CoverGirl's first male. Are we at the marina? He was a pretty well-renowned makeup creator who got himself in a bunch of really stupid, on his part, controversies, got wrapped up in the entire Dramageddon thing with Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star, which we've revisited the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star videos. We haven't properly revisited Dramageddon, but like maybe we should. James had been embroiled in a lot of controversies, but none so should have been damning as sexting teenagers, admitting that he looks for men who look like they're in high school, making a Freudian slip in an interview with Logan Paul about flying out high schoolers. No reason whatsoever, I'm sure. Quite frankly, the buck should have stopped at sexting minors. It should have stopped there. But thanks to our old pal Def Noodles, who used to be a commentary pop culture informant, now turned really bad at right-wing grifting. He decided that being first in the story is more important than being accurate in the story, so he reported on a few other people who had claimed James had sexted them as well. These turned out to be false allegations in a sea of real allegations, and in my opinion, it's part of the reason why James Charles still has career. That and being a white guy, because that's all you really need. The false allegations seem to, in terms of the collective, override the true allegations, which you know, sucks like a lot. It sucks a lot because James himself did admit to sending really inappropriate sexting minors, sent inappropriate messages to these boys who I believe were 16 at the time, admitted to it, apologized for it, deleted said apology, and then requested to be uncanceled. And someone approved that. I haven't had a chance to talk with Claire in HR yet, but if I can get her fired, I will. So James will go on to have more controversies, some including continuing to message people under 18, despite his insistence that when he will be treating his social media like a dating app, he would be asking for identification, as if that's the problem, and not his propensity to seek out underage-looking guys, and sometimes just straight up underage guys. He was also sort of embroiled in this controversy with a creator named Kayla Malik, who was very, very violently abused by her now ex-boyfriend, who is still in jail. He was basically trying to hook up with this guy because one of James's favorite things, aside from sexting minors, apparently, is trying to hook up with straight guys. Which I know is not that uncommon of a thing, you know. Straight guys are like the great white buffalo. Say, you know, I get it. As a woman who likes women, a straight woman is like it's an egg you want to crack. But, like, you don't try to fucking crack it if they're, like, you know, not trying to be cracked. You know what I'm saying? I lost the analogy somewhere in the middle. Oh, God, I feel like a crazy person. There are numerous things that James Charles has been canceled for, called out for, things that, like, should have ended his fucking career, right? Paige Christie has made some exquisite long-form videos about James Charles, and I couldn't recommend them enough. She stays on his ass, and I love that. For as long as this motherfucker keeps putting his marble mouth ass on the internet, I'm gonna have something to say about it. Okay, now for the rest of you who already know who James Charles is, aren't you so glad we caught up? Apparently James Charles was on TikTok the other day on his second account, which is where he does all his bitching. Like, you remember, like, the one where he was screaming about Democrats and Joe Biden and all of that? Coca-Cola, hello! That all comes from this, like, side account where he just goes on these, like, insane rants. But he showed up today with some Shirley Temple ringlets in that fucking broccoli head ass hair, and he had some shit to say, so I think we should hear him out.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me."
Right off the bat, I don't like your tone. I don't like your tone. I don't like it.
I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Here's the GoFundMe link. I need donations, help.
Okay. So I assume you just ignored it? Or just silently donated? Considering your net worth is estimated at approximately $20 million. And it's really not a big deal to just help out your fellow person. I mean, we remember that you did it during Angel Tree season, right? And then you said yourself, like, it doesn't matter if it's content or not, as long as we're helping other people. So I assume that we're sticking to that, right?
I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job.
Oh, okay. Okay. The job market is famously good right now, so you can't be too mad about James's attitude here.
Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same fuck-ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit.
Okay. I mean, that's a really big assumption to make about someone who was just like, hey, I lost my job and times are really hard right now. If you could just share this GoFundMe, that'd be cool. That's a really, really big assumption to make, that someone is a lazy piece of shit. Also, I know that James has never had to actually like submit a resume for a job that he didn't even want, just to pay the bills or keep the fucking lights on or put food in the mouths of their children. But it's not like you can't copy and paste your resume the same way you can copy and paste a link. And who is to say that in the 10 seconds it takes to send a DM and take a fucking chance on someone who might actually care about your situation, who says that they hadn't been filling out resumes all day? Who is to say that they don't also have a side hustle? Who is to say? Do you think it's empowering for people to send messages with their GoFundMes in it to celebrities who couldn't give a fuck less about them but sit in their $1 million home and then complain about it on the internet? Do you think that that's an empowering time for them? But do go on.
And you're entitled.
Wow.
And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why would I ever help you?
Well, because you're a fucking millionaire. And you can. I don't know if you've taken a look around at the state of things in this country specifically, but people can't afford to eat. Groceries are at an all-time high. Gas is at an all-time high. Before it was, people were working 3 jobs just to barely get by. Parents aren't seeing their children because they're working so much. There is an education crisis. Thanks to generative AI, we're looking down the barrel at a absolute water deficiency. Data centers are going up. Not to mention all the things that are going on politically. The very, very bare minimum least you could do is help people, okay? The bare fucking minimum you could do is help someone. Because at the end of the day, it literally is no skin off your fucking bald ass nuts.
You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm going to send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God. Welcome to the real world, sweetheart.
That's not what the real world is though, James. There doesn't need to be a handful of qualifiers for you to help someone out. There really doesn't. So the source of the problem is that they don't follow you. They're not a big fan. So in order to help someone out, they have to have already had a premeditated sense of liking your content or you as a person. That's how helping people works. I mean, I guess that's legit if you're, I don't know, running a who's the biggest fan contest, but like for like, hey, I lost my job, if you could help, that's cool. It's not even like she sent DMs over and over and over again. And I'm sorry, but James Charles, as it says in this person's like caption, like he knows nothing about the real world. I don't believe James Charles has ever worked a real job, and if he has, it hasn't been for long. You have been a fucking influencer your whole life. Your job is yelling at the camera. That's what you get paid for. That's not the real world. That's not the real world. An influencer's life is not the fucking real world. It's just not. You are not facing any of the things that any of these people, anybody whose job loss would be detrimental to their livelihood or to their lives or to the lives of their loved ones. You have no idea what that's like whatsoever. You sit in that fucking mansion of yours with your Shirley Temple curls and act like you understand all the fucking problems of the world, and so jaded by someone who didn't even follow you on Instagram long. Like, you're so jilted by someone needing help. Sounds like you have some internal work to do there, bitch.
People lose their jobs every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I fucking help you?
Selfish and an asshole and a rich white guy. That's the core of it. That's the core of it. Also, how do you know she's able-bodied? Not to mention the fact that, like, if you really want to go down that road, not to mention the fact there are so many chronic illnesses and diseases and disabilities that you can't fucking see. Like, who the fuck are you? How do you know she's a type 1 diabetic who relies on, you know, her health care that she lost now through her job? Like, you don't know everyone's fucking situation. A simple no or ignoring the message, if you really wanted to be an asshole about it, would have gone just fine. Like, did we really need to do all of this? And by the way, like, trying hard to get a job is insane. Not to mention the amount of discrimination in the workplace that happens against women in general, but like, we're not gonna go there, but like, there are so many factors. Like, he keeps bringing these things up like it's a no-brainer, and it's like, no, you motherfucker.
Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need to GoFundMe?
What is she supposed to make a GoFundMe for everybody that lost their jobs? It was literally just a person asking you a question. It was literally a person sending you a link. It's really not that fucking serious. I mean, it is for them because they lost their fucking job.
I can at least like 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed. Doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off.
The way that James Charles yells into a camera and thinks he is actually in any way intimidating is actually laughable. It is actually laughable. Like, shut the fuck up. Put all those sentences back in your mouth. No, I and no other woman is going to stand here and be intimidated by this marble mouth ass BBL having motherfucker. It's just not going to happen.
Okay, I'm not the one. Go find fucking Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally going to be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's going to be the real life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million, and everybody else dies.
Wow, he really thought he ate with that one, huh? Sorry, I'm just trying to contain my laughter.
Like, go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not fucking helping you. All you did was lost your job, okay? Welcome to the real world. I can at least understand if you were like, James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of DMs and my support for you. I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this.
Okay, so the qualifiers for James Charles to help out anyone who needs it ever. They have to be a fan with a long history of DMing him, and you have to have a rare genetic disease. How do you know she doesn't have a rare genetic disease? That's my question. Also, like, I can't imagine, like, going on a rant at somebody who literally just asked, like, anything helps. Like, literally just, this is just a link that said, like, anything helps. And going on a rant, yelling, I'm not going to help you. Like, you really don't hear yourself. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this person? It would take too long to list all the things.
Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you. This bitch, you lost your fucking job? What are we gonna do? Nothing!
Why are we so mad at someone who just lost their job? Like, I literally don't understand why this is so maddening. Like, I can understand as an influencer receiving messages where people are like, if you can help me out, that'd be great. Like, because people know you have a lot of money. But the thing is you wouldn't have a lot of money if it weren't for people. Maybe not this person who was in your DMs, but in general, you wouldn't have a lot of money if it weren't for the people who watch your content. Influencers specifically wouldn't have money if there were not eyes on them. And sometimes those eyes lose their jobs. And when you feign, and just go with me because I understand the person in his DMs is not a fan, but like, when you think about it this way, influencers create a parasocial relationship, right? Like, we hear that term a lot. It's a community of people who form friendships either with each other or form like a hopefully fairly tethered at a distance relationship with the creator, right? Obviously, we have creators like Colleen Ballinger, like James Charles, like Shane Dawson, who push these boundaries way too close and step over the line of impropriety, right? But in theory, you should be able to create a community of people who support each other. Even if someone is not part of your community and they have the wherewithal to ask for help in a desperate situation, why couldn't the least you have done have been to share the GoFundMe? What is so angering about that? Because, yeah, somebody thinks you have money and you should donate it if you have it. I agree with that. I agree with that. But, like, James is not in the position to, like, pass up being nice to people. Like, he's really not in the position to do shit like this. He has way too much shit in his past and present for him to be acting like this. And I swear to God, this insistence on, like, welcome to the real world, as if James Charles has ever set foot in the real world. His ass doesn't even set foot in the real world.
I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace. Ah!
I agree. What the fuck? This is such a stupid fucking video. Like, why are you yelling? Why are you yelling at a woman who lost her job and asked for help? Even if you stand on that and you're like, I'm not helping this person, you know, they're not a fan, they just want my money, blah, 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 fine. Then just share the fucking GoFundMe. Don't donate, just share the fucking GoFundMe. Like, you can't do that? That costs you nothing. Also, your hair looks fucking stupid. Anyway, apparently James has put up an apology now, which I'm sure will be just great. And I can't wait to hear it.
Yesterday morning, I posted a video on this account talking about how a woman had lost her job at Spirit Airlines.
Wait, where's the yelling energy? Where'd that go? Are we not mad anymore?
And she sent me a message with a GoFundMe link asking me to donate. And the video is basically me yelling at the camera, being super upset and frustrated because this person had never followed me, never supported me before.
Okay, so that's the root of it. They're not a follower or a supporter, but just a person asking for help. Do you scream at homeless people when you drive by them in Los Angeles? Just for being houseless people? Okay.
And it was clear that she had basically copied and pasted this DM to every influencer and celebrity she possibly could, asking for a handout. And I called her lazy. I said she was stupid.
Actually, you called her a lazy piece of shit, just to be clear.
And I said she should have spent the time that she spent copying and pasting the message, applying for jobs instead. This video was fucking stupid. It was rude, it was obnoxious, it was privileged, and most importantly, it was completely fucking unnecessary.
Okay, I do agree with all of that. But there's a lot of minutes left in this.
When I saw that DM, I absolutely had the choice to ignore it and say absolutely nothing at all and move on with my day. But instead, I couldn't even tell you why. Her message just triggered me, and I decided instead to make a video about it.
Because you're a prick. You're an entitled, selfish, wealthy, white man who gets mad at people for having less and asking for something. I wonder how this would have been different if it was a youthful looking guy asking you for money.
And I bashed her, and it was obnoxious, and I shamed her for asking for help in a situation where she was clearly really struggling, and this could have been her absolute last resort. I have no idea what was going on in her life, and I should have never assumed that she was just copying and pasting this DM as an easy way out. I don't know. I just don't know. My intention behind making this video in the first place was, I get a lot of messages like this every single day, and for me personally, it definitely sucks.
Okay, but that's part of your job. Okay, you got something for basically nothing. You learned how to do makeup and you became a millionaire. Okay, it's the influencer to entitled millionaire pipeline is a fascinating one. Michaela Nigera is another good example. Is like they start off because they become popular because they're more real and they're honest, or they have certain quirks, or they talk in a way that people like, or they're more honest and people enjoy that. You know, usually influencers like this have something about them that the audience gravitates towards because they can see it in themselves, or it's refreshing to see because so much of influencer culture is just based in looking like a plastic fuck doll and having no personality while you're trying to sell something. It's, I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, that's right. But it's part of your job. Okay, you have a mostly low effort job, truly. I'm not saying the days aren't long. I'm not saying filming isn't hard. I'm not saying creating makeup isn't hard. I'm not saying the things that James probably does, which he should be thanking his fucking lucky stars that he still gets to do after sexting minors. I'm not saying that the work he does is not full of complicated tasks. But acting like he is a nose to the grindstone fucking hard in the paint blue collar fucking worker who has worked his BBL off for everything that he has. Listen, I love my job, but I'm not worth millions. You know what I mean? Like I love doing this. I mean, not evident by the fact that I've been gone for a month, but I do. I love this. I love talking shit with you guys. I love talking shit over on Patreon and just like having a good time. And yeah, sometimes like if I'm doing like I'm revisiting a series, or I'm, working on something like a sketch or something for a side project, and the days can be long and they can be arduous, and it's, like any job. But like if I was receiving millions for the job that I do, I'd absolutely be sharing it with people. I'm not saying I open every fucking DM with a GoFundMe link in it and donate $1 bajillion every second of my fucking life, but absolutely I would want to impact other people's lives in a positive way. And I think it's so interesting the way that people who have a bunch of money, tons of money to live comfortably on while they, if they so chose to do nothing for 6 months, they would still be fine. Their mortgage would be paid, their lights would be on, food in the fridge, and then money for excess. They are the last people to ever want to help. And the people who have nothing are like, God damn, if I had $100,000, I would donate 50,000 of it to people that I know need it. Like I don't know when that disconnect happens as you acquire like financial stability and beyond, but damn, does it ever occur.
To receive messages from people that don't follow you and don't support you, treating you like our personal ATM or bank account.
Well, to be fair, you're a really hard person to support on account of the fact that you sexted minors. So the least you could do is hand out money to anybody that asks for it.
But what I'm sure sucks even fucking more is not knowing where your next paycheck is coming from and not being sure whether or not you're going to be able to put food on the table for yourself and your family.
Oh, he did it. He filled up the bingo card of things he was supposed to say. Good job.
So it really doesn't matter what my intentions were behind making the video, because it came across as super fucking privileged and like I was basically shaming anybody that's unemployed for not trying hard enough to get a job.
No, it didn't come across that way. That's literally what you did. Don't try to downplay it as this was the subtext. That was the fucking text, bitch. That's what you said. You called her a lazy piece of shit for sending you a GoFundMe link. Bit fucking extreme, innit?
And I feel awful because that wasn't my intention and it really hurt a lot of people.
Really? Is that why you feel awful? Or are you gonna have something to hawk in the next couple months and you want to make sure you stay on the internet's good side? At least the side of the internet that forgot who the fuck you are.
And I know that it's not that easy. I know that the job market fucking sucks right now.
No. The job market doesn't suck right now. The job market is a barren wasteland that can't even afford the tumbleweed to blow through it, bitch. You have no idea what people are going through. None. Nor do I think you have any actual concept of how expensive gas is, or how expensive groceries are right now, or the cost of taking care of kids, or childcare. People literally out here fucking rationing their insulin. People who who have been thrown off their fucking insurance plans, or people whose insurance premiums have gone up 100%. You have no fucking idea what's going on. You have no fucking idea how much people are actually struggling, and you never fucking will, and pretending like you give a shit is almost worse than the thing you said in the first place.
I have friends that are looking for jobs. I have my own employees that I try my best to take care of. And I've heard so many fucking horror stories online of companies ghosting people, recruiters wasting everybody's time, people applying for job after job and not hearing back for 6 months, a year, 2 years. I know that it's really fucking hard out there, and that most people are just doing their best and trying their best to figure it out and to make it by. And if this person happened to choose sending out GoFundMe links as their method of trying to make it by, who am I to judge?
I don't know. Who are you to judge? Could you please put a shirt on? Also, like, do you also understand that even if she copied and pasted this to like 1,000 celebrities, she still could have spent a great deal of time sending out resumes? Like, what? Do you have, what? Do you understand? I don't, shut up.
Especially when you consider the fact that my method of figuring it out and getting by was making makeup videos online. I just happened to get really lucky, and now, years later, I'm in a blessed and privileged position.
Right, never forget.
But as somebody with a platform, it's my responsibility to humble myself and to never take what I have for granted. And when I made that video today, that is exactly what I did. I was speaking from a very privileged, obnoxious, ignorant standpoint.
No, you were an asshole. I mean, yes, but you were also an asshole. I feel like this is just, this influencer apology speak is absolutely downplaying what this actually was. This was you being a huge cunt to someone who literally just sent you a DM with a link in it. I don't know. I've got a DM inbox. I've got a DM request box full of sugar daddies. Should I open them up one by one and start screaming at them? Actually, that'd be kind of cathartic. We'll save that for next time.
And for anybody that saw that video and was disappointed or upset with what I said, I am super sorry.
I'm sister super sorry.
If anyone was offended by what I said, like, listen, we've analyzed the YouTuber apology. Maybe we need to go apology by apology. Maybe we start from like the Laura Lees and the Logan Pauls and we work our way up. Maybe that's a series. I'm just like, I guess me being here has been a good brainstorm for me, but you know, this, like, if you saw this and you were offended, I'm really sorry. Like, that just feels so fucking hollow. Everything about it feels so hollow.
Especially to the woman from Spirit Airlines. I did try to look for her message earlier before making this video, and I couldn't find it. If you see this video and you want to get in touch, I would love to apologize to you directly and to help you out a little bit.
So great of you. Sometimes you just need to let out your rage at the person who needs help before you help them. But she's not going to see this because she doesn't follow you, remember? So at least we know she's got good character.
But if you are not comfortable with that, I totally understand too. I really appreciate anybody that sent me a message or left a comment about this video today, letting me know how insensitive it was.
Someone had to let you know how insensitive it was? You didn't post that and then, like, think about it for a little bit and then go, you know what? That didn't feel right. You felt absolutely justified. Until someone told you. Was it your publicist?
I really needed to hear that, and I really need to think twice before I hit record and just start yapping on this account.
Maybe instead you should write down the thing that pisses you off and then take it to a therapist, because it seems like you have a lot of unresolved anger that you're taking out on strangers on the internet. And quite frankly, that's weird as fuck.
I genuinely treat this spam page like I'm on FaceTime with you guys. I love to laugh and tell you stories and rant and scream at the camera and joke around with y'all, but sometimes I genuinely forget how many people are watching, and it was completely inappropriate to make a joke out of somebody just trying to provide for themselves and their family.
Well, at least now we know how you operate in group chats and DMs. Also, apparently James made an initial apology. Thank you to this account at Beyonce Garden, Instagram, and I believe on Twitter. I don't have TikTok anymore, so it's hard for me to follow this shit. But apparently he made this initial apology before deleting it and putting up the one we just saw.
Content creators are using like the 5-second clip in the very beginning where I'm like, you're a lazy piece of shit, get a new job, to upload their cute little think pieces being like, influencers are all so out of touch. This is so disgusting. You don't know how hard it is in the job market these days. Oh my God, give me a fucking break.
Much different tone than being sister super sorry, huh?
Welcome to the real world. It's fucking hard out there. Nobody owes anybody anything. The universe will constantly remind you of that. And a little bit of effort goes a really, really long way sometimes. I stand behind what I said, 10 toes down.
I don't hate a lot of people in the world. Like, I don't hate. I'm a hater, right? Like, obviously. But I don't actually hate a lot of people. I hate James Charles. For myriad reasons. Ooh. Anyway, what are our thoughts on this? Oh yeah, James Charles admitting to sexting minors. That should never be forgotten. Ever. Literally ever. At the forefront of your mind when you hear the name James Charles and you see that broccoli fucking head and that BBL show up on your screen, the first thing you should remember about James Charles is that he sexted minors. Always. So no matter how shitty and out of touch he is and how disgusting he is in all the other avenues of his life, please never forget that he admitted to and apologized for sexting minors. Okay? Also, if anyone knows where this woman who lost her job from Spirit Airlines is, what her GoFundMe link is, please let me know in the comments. I would love to amplify it and donate to it. And James Charles can eat a bag of flaming. All right, I'm done. I'm back, bitches. God, I hate James Charles. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you just get the fuck out of my space. All right.
Shut the hell up, bitch. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, bitch. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, bitch. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, bitch. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, bitch. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, bitch. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, bitch. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, bitch. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, bitch. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, bitch. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, bitch. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, bitch. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, bitch.